We are back for another Titan video. Today we're going to be upgrading and replacing the intake manifold. You can also follow this procedure to remove it if you're going to be replacing your starter. And first off, we're going to be depressurizing the fuel system and disconnecting the battery before we start, because we're going to have to remove the fuel rails from the intake manifold. So normally there's a cover here on the fuse box, and way in there has legend to tell you which fuse. On this truck it is the far left one, and I'm going to use needles pliers. It's F18. Okay, with that out, we'll crank the truck to relieve the pressure. Okay, we didn't fire, so we know there's no fuel pressure. Now we'll disconnect the battery. Okay, with the battery disconnected, we're going to start removing hoses and clamps. We'll remove the air intake tube. I've got this one loose, and we'll pull the MAF connector. We'll leave the MAF in the tube. I'll loosen one of these guys. I'm going to pull these two. These ones come off easier. Okay, this can be moved out of the way. Move this one out of the way as well. The two from the top. Off. This is the throttle body adapter to run the LS throttle body. We're gonna have to take this off anyway, so I'll do that now. So for this job, you're gonna use basic hand tools, ratchets, pliers, but you will need a fuel disconnect tool. I'll put a link on Amazon to that. The throttle body is 4 hex bolts. Not to drop your bolts or lose your washers. Okay, we can set our throttle body aside somewhere safe. So what I've got here, this is an adapter to run that larger throttle body. I'm not going to reuse it when I put the new intake manifold on. It's got 4 bolts. Okay, I've got another breather hose here. It's off. We're going to have to undo all the injector wire connections. Okay, so 4 injector clips on each side. Okay, I've removed this tab from the wiring harness. There's one more right behind it. Let's grab a 10mm to remove this transmission dipstick bracket. On the passenger side, I ended up removing the bracket here, just 2 10mm bolts, and that gave me easier access to the last injector and the second tab. Moving over to the driver's side, we're going to have to remove this bracket, and then this assembly can stay. So we've got a 10 there and a 10 down there. Okay, I decided I'm going to remove this fuel line first. So there's a plastic safety clip that can be pushed off pretty easily. Make sure you've got your safety glasses on and gloves if you want. Okay, that worked pretty well. Okay, so we've got the two 10mm bolts. We're going to have to unclip the hoses from the tabs here, and then this can stay. So we've got everything disconnected on both sides. The fuel rail is going to stay on. There is one more vacuum hose at the very back, which we'll get at the end, and then we've got 5 bolts along each side, including one at the very back on each side. So we'll get those. They're all 10s. Alright, I dropped one bolt and a socket back there. We'll retrieve those, and we got a little bit of a mouse nest in here. We'll get that cleaned up. We're gonna get the vacuum all this. I also want to block off all these for now as well. Okay, our intake manifold is off, and there's our starter, a nice safe protected spot. And we're going to swap over the fuel rails onto the new intake manifolds with the injectors, and start getting it back in with new gaskets. Okay, we got to swap our fuel rail over, and we've got a couple bolts on each side. Okay, with those out, they will pull up, so just grab them firmly. Okay, we're done with this. Okay, fuel rails and injectors are on. Now the last step before we install is to put in our new manifold gaskets. I'll repeat that on all 8. So just to compare, here's our stock throttle body, and there's our new throttle body. Okay, we're going to set this back in. Remember, we got to hook up that hose at the back, and then we can do everything else after. Alright, we're pretty much dropped right in. We got a few of these injector hookups. Got caught underneath. I think it was just one there. Yeah, started lining up a couple of holes and hooking everything back up. So I've got all the bolts started. I went to just refer to the manual for the torque spec here for you guys. So the intake manifold to cylinder head bolt, 73 inch-pounds. So I'm going to grab my torque wrench and start that. And we've also got a tightening procedure, so it's inside out, which basically is pretty common for manifolds, cylinder heads, stuff like that. So we'll follow that as well and get those manifold bolts tightened down. Okay, going back together is just reverse of taking it apart. We're just got to get everything connected back up. I got all the manifold bolts torqued down, and now we're going to go through and reattach all the injector connections. Then we'll reattach our brackets and hoses, and then throttle body and intake. I'm going to work on that and show you guys what it looks like when we're all done. So here we are, basically everything hooked back up. I had an issue of this hose not reaching, so I've temporarily put a piece of fuel line on here. It should work fine for now. I believe that's part of the evap system. Everything's hooked up on both sides. All we've got left to do is the air intake tube and then the relearn procedures. Okay, I also forgot to mention I reconnected the fuel line here. Just pushes on and then your safety clip goes over top. And we reinstalled the fuse in the fuel pump spot. I haven't reconnected the battery yet. I'll do that once everything is connected. Okay, finished shot here. We're going to do the relearn procedures. Start the truck up, run it, check the air fuel, maybe get the tune redone if we need to. So this throttle body neck points up a little bit more, and it also, without the spacer, I gained a little bit more room back here. Still might have to trim a little bit here when we do the new radiator, but we gained a little bit, so it fits pretty good. The only concern I have is if the epoxy ever cracks or breaks or chips off. I don't really have a concern with this breaking off because I did those plastic clips in there. That's going to hold it solid. But if we ever get an air leak around one of the seams, that could be bad. But we'll try it out. This job went fairly smoothly. It took me maybe 5-6 hours, and that's taking my time with brakes and whatever. I think the biggest issue I had was dropping bolts. You got to be really careful where you're dropping them if you do, and that you can get them out. A magnetic wand or reaching tool is very helpful in jobs like this. There was one time I had put all 10 bolts in around the intake manifold, and I was doing up the front bolt and I dropped it. It went in under the intake manifold, so I was lucky I was able to get it with the magnet, but that would have been a big hassle to take the intake manifold back out again to grab that bolt. I'm going to do the relearn procedures in a separate video, so stay tuned for that one, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.